Well, it's Thursday night. I'm in beautiful Red Deer, Alberta, covering a rally put together by off-highway vehicle associations against Rachel Notley's changes to the Bighorn Backcountry. Well, I've found the most well-lit place in the parking lot, and I've made the 2-hour jaunt down to Red Deer to cover a rally against Rachel Notley and her Environment Minister Shannon Phillips' proposed new wildland provincial park. Now, the proposal will turn vast tracts of western Alberta called the Bighorn Backcountry into a new provincial park. Now, these land use changes will fundamentally alter the way the people who have traditionally been the users of the land can access the land in the future. The overwhelming majority of the people who live in the towns inside the proposed land use zone are against the provincial park, and they don't feel like the government has been listening to them. And as it turns out, they are entirely right. Alberta's NDP Environment Minister Shannon Phillips shut down her sham public consultations in the towns affected by the land use changes because she said it was unsafe, and she said there were threats against supporters of the park. The RCMP, though, on at least 2 separate occasions said there were no open investigations of any threats related to the Bighorn consultations. And it's even been reported that the RCMP actually commended and complimented the locals on just how civil they've been at the consultations before they were shut down by the government. The Environment Minister, Shannon Phillips, she's a liar, and she lied about the people in these towns, calling them violent, accusing them of criminal behavior so that she could shut down the consultations that were no longer going her way. Notley needs to fire her lying Environment Minister, and you can sign my petition and help support my billboard that I plan to erect on Highway 2 at firephillips.com. Now, it looks like there are people just starting to show up at this rally in the Service Arena parking lot. Let's go check out why they're here, and maybe let's find out what they think of Shannon Phillips.
I've met with the ministers, was it last week? I was out in Edmonton at the Parliament building, and I asked, why are you trying to turn this into a park? You know what he said to me? He said, but I thought you would like that. I told him, we already protect the land.
Why did you guys come down to the rally tonight?
Just to show our support. We are not in support of this at all. They haven't consulted us. They haven't talked to us. They won't even show up to any of the consultations. So, and this is our backyard. This is where we take our family when we go camping. We're teaching them to respectfully go camping, and my in-laws have property out by Nordegg, and this is their backyard too.
I want to keep our land open for future family use and generations. I have a small young family. We enjoy going out camping and playing by the water and just enjoying the backcountry. We want to keep it open. We all respect the environment. That's why we're here. We don't want to see it all logged. We want to keep it pristine. We like exploring an environment. You know, this is our crown land too. Yeah. We all pay our taxes. This is crown land. This is the Queen's land. We want access to it.
I just want the NDP to stop what they're doing of the proposal of the backcountry in the Bighorn area.
You know, it's kind of a rushed proposal, and I mean, there's kind of some secrecy and there's kind of some foreign influence that's kind of swept under the rug. That I don't know. People want clarity and they kind of want to know exactly what's going on. And yeah, they just they canceled the NSRP, and now it's just a rushed proposal that's going to go ahead. And yeah, people just want more time. People don't not want to see it protected, but people honestly just want a better opportunity to have their voices heard instead of a survey that can be filled out by anybody, really.
We don't want them to shut it down.
We don't want them to shut it down.
It's our life.
Just really frustrated about the government telling people what they want. I really feel it's unfair. I really believe that everyone should have their voice, and it should be taken in consideration for everyone's needs.
We don't want the West Country closed down. We saw what they did in the Castle area. Shannon Phillips is bragging that she's got 20,000 signatures approving of this. And the last figure I saw from this movement is 37,000. And I just think it's time that the government started listening to the people that they were elected to serve.
Do you think Shannon Phillips deserves to be fired for lying about threats?
She should have been fired a long time ago, as far as I'm concerned. They should never be, none of them should have been in power. It was just quite by accident that they ended up there.
For sure, she deserves to be fired. She's lied so many times. How can somebody publicly lie like that and figure they're going to get away with it? It's wrong.
Yes, I think she should. I know she was lying right away because she said that the groups agreed for these trails to be closed, which was not what we agreed upon.
I think that she needs to do her job and do a fair consultation with the people and actually hear what the people that voted her in actually want to hear and just let us be heard.
Do you think that Shannon Phillips should be fired for lying about threats taking place at the consultation?
Yeah, I totally believe that she should be eliminated from the government for the lies that she did, putting RCMP on the spot of blatantly lying twice. And there's been other lies that she's been busted at doing, so yeah, she doesn't deserve to be in that position anymore.
I don't know why she's even in where she's at.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Yeah. Should be gone.
So, Garrett, what do you think about the turnout tonight?
Oh, it's excellent. You know what? We had so many diverse people here, different groups. I mean, we had horseback guys, we had hunters, we had anglers, we had outfitters. Look at all the age groups. You know, we had kids here. This was a really good turnout. This is what Alberta is, right?
I spoke to Garrett Schmidt, one of the organizers here tonight. Garrett is with Love Our Trails, and he's tabulated his tentative sign-in sheets, and he says he had over 1,000 people check in for tonight's rally. I think those are really great numbers considering it's a Thursday night. Now, residents, users of the land, First Nations, Métis groups, and the people who make their living off the land of the Bighorn as outfitters, guides in the oil patch, in lumber, and even gravel pit operators have all been vilified by the government simply because they disagree with the creation of the park. But tonight, they all stood united here against Rachel Notley and Shannon Phillips' plan for their backyard. These people want more enforcement of existing laws. They even want bigger fines when the existing laws are broken. But they don't want foreign-funded environmentalist groups making the rules for where they live, work, and play. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. To see the full story of Environment Minister Shannon Phillips' lies and to sign my petition calling on Rachel Notley to remove her failing Environment Minister and to help fund my billboard that's going to go up on the side of Highway 2, go to firephillips.com.